Good morning, guys. It is around 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:15, and it is March the 21st, 2018. I started recording an audio, and all of a sudden an airplane started buzzing my house at 5 o'clock in the morning. I assure you, it's not a pleasure plane. It's a hacking plane, is what it is. So we're being hacked. Our uploads are being intercepted, and so many other crimes are being committed against our civil liberties, freedoms, and rights, just because we're alternative media and we're conservative. That's it. Today, I want to talk about a serious problem, and I'm going to give some personal testimonies. When my targeting, being a targeted individual, started many years ago. First, it started with guys that pretended to be my friend, and they would say, "Hey, can I come stay at your house?" Because I had a nice house, and I would say, "Yeah, but you got to pay for your food and pay me something, And we would make a deal, and they would come stay with me, because rent, guys, in California was like, an apartment was, I don't know, $1,500 minimum, a decent apartment. Decent. Minimum to $2,500. If you were in the city, it's about $2,500 a month, easy. So you couldn't even rent a room for under like $600-700 a month or something like that. So these people turned out to be Antifa agents. Let's just call them Antifa, okay? They work for George Soros, Hillary Clinton, the Democrats. And their job is to monitor you, to create chaos in your life, to destroy you from the inside out. So a couple of these guys were, most of these people were Hispanic. Now, I'm not hating, I don't hate Hispanics, don't get me wrong. We are being invaded, though. And Donald Trump's very correct about the wall. He's very correct. Do I agree with building a wall? No. But I'm going to tell you one thing. People that are traitors of the United States, people that have worked for people like George Soros, that is a known Nazi collaborator, and Hillary Clinton, known Nazi collaborator, there should be a serious crime against perpetrating crimes against American citizens. Serious crime. In other words, trying to destroy our country from the inside out. We used to arrest these people. We used to arrest them. They were called communists, and we would arrest them. But we don't, all of a sudden we stopped doing this after these people infiltrated our Congress and our Senate and our politicians. All of a sudden we stopped doing this stuff. But we've got to go back to it. Now, a lot of these people that are Hispanic are drug dealers, like my daughter's boyfriend. Right? Drug dealers. She didn't know he was a drug dealer. She didn't have a clue. My daughter would have never dated a drug dealer, I assure you. But these people don't say, "Hey, I'm a drug dealer." So let's go back to California. I had a friend of mine that was staying at my house. I had about 3 friends that were staying in my property, right? And just guys that I worked with that needed a place to stay. But come to find out, they were not there to just, they need a place to stay. They were there because they were doing a job. So the betrayal of my kindness started many, many years ago. Many years ago. One of them owed me some rent money, right? So he said, "Hey, here's $1,000. And then he went and told one of my employers that I stole $1,000 from him. Right? because he didn't pay me anything. He was eating my food. I think I even bought him some clothes and things like that. And I'm like, so he goes to my employer and says, oh, I stole $1,000 from him. And of course, the employer believed it. And I was like, dude, he was my boss. And I said, I've been managing thousands of dollars of money of yours for what, 3-4 years? I mean, cash. And I've never stolen anything from you. And then you're gonna believe this guy that I took money from him? I was very disappointed and disgusted. So I just quit that job. I said, well, screw this guy. You know, I was loyal to him. And he, for some reason, was under some type of hypnotic mind control. Now, another friend of mine, I'm just going to name him. His name was Kurt. He started dating this Hispanic chick. All right, she was definitely Antifa, guys. She was flirting with me. She was having sex with him. She was trying to have sex with me. She was doing the whole gamut. And then she started literally living in my house. Living there. And I said, well, dude, I said I was going to help you. I'm not helping her and you. Okay, she's got to go. And I just got sick of her being at my house. So we started having conflicts. I even told him, I said, dude, the chick's hitting on me. She's hitting on you. I mean, she's screwing you. I mean, why do you have a woman like this in your life? Well, come to find out, she was Antifa. She started coming to my house in the middle of the night, banging on the door. They would get into arguments because these Antifa agents, that's what they do. They harass, they interrogate, they disrupt people's lives. They turn people against each other. Next thing you know, me and my buddy, we don't like each other anymore. We're angry because of this chick. I'm telling you. I was in Vegas with my girlfriend, Kimberly. Okay. Some Hispanic guy just sat down at the table. And next thing you know, he started talking to my girlfriend. And I was like, why are you talking to this guy? I mean, he was completely Hispanic. He was an Antifa agent. I can tell right away. I knew because I started to figure this stuff out a long time ago. And I said, well, after that girl that broke up me and my friend, I started very much not trusting Hispanic people. I had a serious problem with Hispanic people. Serious problem. And it's not that I don't like their race or their culture or their people, but I am telling you that the Democratic Party are using Mexican people to terrorize this country. Sell drugs, disrupt, target people, falsely accuse us of crimes. I mean, if I would have slept with that Antifa chick of my friends, I would have probably went to jail for rape. This is what they do, guys. This is what they do. So I'm in Vegas. I got pissed off at her. I said, look, don't talk to that asshole. And I couldn't explain to her why, because she was an Antifa agent herself. I mean, so what they were doing was talking to each other. Now, I have a serious problem with Mormons. Not all Mormons, but the ones that work for NSA. I got a serious problem with these people, okay? There's something wrong with you. You're under mind control. You need to wake up. Salt Lake City is a serious mind control society. You cannot trust these people. They will betray you in a heartbeat. And they'll have sex with you while they're screwing you over behind your back. They're under hypnosis. I've spent some time in Salt Lake City. I know what's going on there. Total mind control. I got to the point to where I was staying, I started putting aluminum foil on the windows. I swear to God, I was like, okay, they're invading me. There's an invasion. Anyway, so let's keep going. What other run-ins that I have with this? Okay, I was dating this girl named Melanie. And all of a sudden, I went out with her one night and she started saying, you're not a bad guy. She was crying to me. I'm like, what is going on? I said, oh, okay, somebody's got to this chick. Somebody must have told her I was a terrible person in the bathroom or something. So I said, look, just don't date me anymore. Okay, if you think I'm a bad person, just don't date me anymore. Let's break up right now. I mean, that's just the way I was. I said, I'm not going to deal with this. If you're going to believe these idiots, then just leave. Go away. This is why I don't date anymore, because everybody I date, they come and they interrogate and destroy these people and destroy our relationships. And next thing you know, these people are working for somebody. So they kept trying to recruit her. Okay. Next thing you know, I'm in a health club and some Hispanic guy started picking up my girlfriend. All right. And for some reason, I think she started seeing the guy. And that's when I just broke up with her. I just said, okay, well, she's going to fall for this stupid Antifa crap. I'm calling it Antifa. I'm just saying people working for George Soros, pretty much. George Soros using the Mexican people to invade our country. No difference than Hitler using people to invade the country. No difference, same thing. So she was interrogated. Next thing you know, she started dating this guy, and I found out that she was dating him after I broke up with her. And come to find out, she claimed that she gained a bunch of weight. Well, yeah, he was poisoning you. And next thing you know, she starts dating me, and then she was poisoning me, just like my ex-wife, I forget her name, Missy, whatever. She was poisoning me because that's what they do. Now, Sissy was an American, I think. I don't know. Or a clone or something. I don't know what the hell they were. But they had American Indian blood in them. And a lot of the American Indians have been recruited by this deep state. I don't know, but I tell you, that woman did some horrible, horrible she should be in jail for like 5,000 years for what she did to me. She did not even marry me for love. She married me as an assignment, and that's a fact. It's an assignment to destroy my life, my job, my career. That's what she did, and that's a fact. So let's keep going. So this is just a few incidences, guys, of Hispanic people. When my friend, there was a rental tenant that was renting my property. The one that hung himself, his girlfriend was Hispanic. The guy that was stalking me, the one that moved out after my friend hung himself, he was Hispanic. I caught him on my property several times. The guy that they arrested me for, he was Hispanic from what I could see. Okay, he looked Hispanic. They recruit Filipino people. There's somebody living in my mother's apartment right now that's Filipino. They've costed my mother probably within, 2 months, probably close to $2,000 in damage to the property. They've only been there 2 months. And I keep trying to tell my mom, they're agents of the deep state. Get rid of them. My family won't listen to me. So within 2 months, they let the pipes break and they refuse to pay for it. And unbelievable. So Antifa agents everywhere. I don't think it's a coincidence that that my rental tenant Marvin, which was the one that was paying the rent, by the way, was married to a Hispanic girl. He winds up hanging himself. And the guy that across the street was Hispanic, and he moved out the same day that Marvin killed himself. In other words, he accomplished his mission. It's time for him to move on to another assignment. He killed the target. It's not a coincidence that my daughter's death was tied into a drug-dealing Hispanic-looking guy. He looks Hispanic. So, guys, we have a serious Mexico problem. Serious. They're selling drugs. I can tell you one thing. Well, I'm not even going to get to that. They've killed more Americans, millions and millions of Americans. Millions. And that's why Donald Trump's going for the death penalty. For cartel drug dealers. You've got to get rid of these people. Okay? They want to destroy America from the inside out, and they're getting paid to do it. They've taken all the contractors' jobs, Hispanic people. And that happened after Katrina. Isn't that coincidence? We didn't have a problem before Katrina. They just moved in right after Katrina. Isn't that funny? Because they came here to kill people during Katrina.